start at verse 1. Y'all ready for a word? Here we go. Early in the morning, Joshua and all the Israelites set out from Shittim and went to the Jordan, where they camped before crossing over. After 3 days, the officers went throughout the camp, giving orders to the people. Here was the order. When you see the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God and the Levitical priest carrying it, you are to move out from your positions and follow it.
Come on.
I believe I'll read that again.
Okay.
He gave them orders. He said, when you see the ark of the covenant coming, you see the priest carrying it, I need you to jump out of whatever you're doing and follow it. Verse 4, then he said, then you will know which way to go, since you have never been this way before. Good God.
My God.
But keep a distance of about 2,000 cubits between you and the ark. That's about 3,000 square feet. Between you and the ark, do not go near it. It's funny how the power of God can be so awesome that you can't come within 3,000 square feet of it.
Come on.
Joshua told the people, consecrate yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord will do amazing things among you.
Come on. Preach, sir.
I want to draw your attention to verse number 3. This is where we'll extract our thought for the next 15 minutes. When you see the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord your God and the Levitical priest carrying it, you are to move out from your position and follow it. I want to talk to you for the next 15 minutes from the brief subject, real simple, just follow the Ark.
Word.
Just follow the Ark. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, stop everything that you're doing. And just follow the Ark. Amen. Have your seat. It's amazing. I want to kind of jump right into it. It's amazing. This text is amazing to me as I was kind of thinking about what to talk about tonight, what to preach about tonight. And I thought about Exodus. Something about Exodus has just really been catching my attention as of lately. I've kind of just went back from jump and just started reading all of Exodus. And I'm just like, man, I really want to do something about exiting. I want to do something about going and exiting. And the Lord told me to go to Joshua, and I read through all of Joshua, and then I came back, and it's between the 2nd chapter and the 3rd chapter, really messing me up, and so I'm probably going to be on this for a few Tuesdays. But when I got to the 3rd chapter, I saw something that really jumped out at me that was extremely significant as it relates to Joshua's situation and Moses' situation. Yeah. What you find right now is Joshua chapter 3, Moses is dead. Joshua's time to take over. It's time for him to lead the people into the promised land, all right? So at this particular point, God has told him, hey, what I want you to do is I want you to gather some people, and I want them to be the people that you rock with, them be the people that's going to fight, and them to be the people that's going to lead with you, and then everybody else is just going to follow. Yeah. So in chapter 3, we pick up, and Joshua has gotten those people, he's gotten these officers, he's gotten these leaders. And let me just go ahead and jump a little further, because what I see in this, I see the leader, I see his leadership team, and then I see the people. Yeah. I see the leader, his leadership team, and then the people. And it's funny to me because what they're about to do, they've already seen done before. Yeah. If you would read your Bible, you remember when Moses was bringing the children of Israel out, and they got to the Red Sea. Yeah. You remember what happened? God had to part the Red Sea so that they can walk over on dry land. The same thing is getting ready to happen, but with a different twist. The same thing, but with a different twist. And so Joshua here in verse chapter 3, he's telling his army men, he's telling his leaders, hey, go ahead and get the people together, and this is what I want you to tell them. I want you to tell them, everybody chill and wait. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to do anything to get you to move. You're going to know when to move when you look up and you see the Ark of the Covenant going before you. Yeah. This will be your sign that it is time to possess the land. Yeah. And I'm tripping as I'm reading this because he has an army. God has already given them the word. He's already promised them the land. And so now they're about to go into the land.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering why they're waiting.
Yeah.
And I thought about Moses and the children of Israel, how at the Red Sea, before he parted the sea, he made them wait.
Yeah.
The problem with that whole text is the fact that they waited.
Yeah.
Because they waited so long that the Egyptians, the
Yeah.
people who let them go originally, decided, oh, what am I doing? We let them go. We need to go after them. And so in the middle of them waiting, they start to feel an attack.
Yeah.
The onslaught of the enemy.
Come on.
Oh my God. In the middle of them waiting to go forward.
Just preach to me.
In the middle of them waiting to go possess Canaan.
Yeah.
In the middle of them waiting, this happens.
Come on.
And so I'm looking at this and I'm like, Joshua. He tells Joshua in chapter 2, not that I'm going to do anything different with you that I did with Moses. As a matter of fact, he said, the only assurance he gave him is that as I was with Moses, surely I'm going to be with you.
Yeah.
Then he said these two words over and over again. He said, be strong and be courageous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why? Because Joshua, what you're about to face, what you're about to be up against, may scare you.
Yeah.
It may make you want to shrink back
Yeah.
and shrivel up. It may be a little ugly, but I said it.
Yeah.
And remember Sunday when I preached about the odd couple, what he said versus what you see. Every time God says something, it doesn't always line up with what you see.
Yeah.
Because what he does is he says something that you can't comprehend without him.
Yeah.
The problem is that we hear what he said, but we try to comprehend it without him in it.
Wow.
And it can only happen, it can only work, it can only last, it can only go forward if he's in it, even though
Yeah.
he originally said it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So